Hey guys, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World. And while I usually give business tips in these weekly videos, today there's a much more serious subject to cover. So I wanted to take this opportunity to address both massage therapists and clients who are shaken by the recent news concerning massage envy. If you're not aware yet, on Monday, BuzzFeed News reported that 180 people had filed sexual assault complaints against Massage Envy and the predatory employees who attacked them. It's not just that there were sexual assaults within the Massage Envy establishments, as horrific as that is alone, but that the vast majority of these complaints were ignored by the franchise owners and managers. And in fact, these victims were told not to call the police, that Massage Envy would take care of things internally, which of course meant doing nothing. To any victims who might be watching, I am sorry. You did nothing wrong. These were monsters who took advantage of an otherwise normal situation and preyed on trusting individuals. And then to be victimized yet again when trying to report the assault is beyond unconscionable. Every legitimate professional massage therapist out there is on your side and is furious that this has happened. Second, to clients, let me assure you this is not the norm in the profession. In most states, massage therapists are required to hold a state license or certification and are often recognized as healthcare providers. I will not sit here and gush about our education requirements because those are quite lacking and it would be insulting to you to pretend otherwise. But the majority of massage therapists get into this profession to help people and spend their entire careers doing so. But bad people can infiltrate anywhere. So what should you expect during a professional massage? Some tips to know who is a legitimate therapist, and better yet, what are some warning signs that a massage therapist isn't legitimate and professional? Number one, there should be a thorough intake process, especially on your first visit. Even somebody who is offering no more than a basic relaxation massage should have you fill out a health history form to know about injuries and medications, past surgeries, and things like that. When you've completed your intake form, they should not only look over it, but clarify things with you and address any specific problems or pain that you're experiencing, what areas you want focused on, what areas you want them to avoid, how to undress and get on the table, and how you'll be covered during the massage. And on that note, number two, communication is crucial. Any legitimate massage therapist wants open communication before, during, and after your massage. Don't be afraid to speak up and tell us if there is somewhere you don't want us to touch, or that you don't want uncovered, or if you don't want to take a certain article of clothing off. Tell us if the pressure is too much or if it's too light. Please don't be afraid to interrupt the massage and speak up. We cannot read your mind. Here's what a massage typically entails. You'll be asked to undress. You can always leave on whatever clothing you want. Don't want to take your underwear off? No problem. We can work around that. Want to keep your socks on? No big deal. I've worked on plenty of clients fully dressed for a few sessions before they felt comfortable enough to actually undress for a typical massage. It's obviously not as relaxing or as effective of a massage, but it's your hour and it's your body. You have to trust your therapist, and sometimes that takes time to develop. Now, you'll either start lying on your back or your stomach. That usually just depends on the areas that you need us to focus on and the therapist's preference. You will be covered by a sheet and possibly a blanket as well. So a typical full body massage includes massage of the scalp, face, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, back, glutes, legs, feet, and depending on the therapist, sometimes the stomach. You have every right to tell us if you don't want us to work on an area. So if you don't like having your feet touched, tell us. We won't massage them. If you have to go back to work and you don't want your hair all jacked up, tell us. We won't give you a scalp massage. If you are not comfortable having your glutes worked on, no problem. A lot of people aren't, and that's fine. Tell us, and we won't uncover or touch them. It is your body, and you have control of how the session goes. We can't read your mind, so we rely on you to speak up. If at any point in time you're uncomfortable in any way, please tell us. We can alter our pressure, get you an extra blanket if you're cold, change the music, stop working on an area, or stop the session completely. You will not hurt your therapist's feelings. And you know what? Even if you do, that's on them, not you. They'll get over it. Massage is a very personal thing, and every therapist has a different touch, a different level of experience, and a different skill set. Not every therapist is right for you, so don't be afraid to try a few different massage therapists or establishments until you find the right fit for you. And if you ever feel unsafe for any reason, even just a gut feeling in the session, You don't have to give an explanation, just say you need to go, ask them to leave, and get out of there. Number 3, do your research before booking your massage. This is part of the problem with the massage envy sort of setup. You usually don't have much knowledge of a therapist before you're booked with them, but even if you're going to go somewhere with multiple therapists, get their full name and do your own research. Most states have a licensure verification system on their state board's website, so you can type in their name and see if they hold a current license. Many states, especially those who regard massage therapists as healthcare providers, also have something called a practitioner profile or something similar, which is basically a list of any formal judgments or criminal activity of that person. So check that out. Check out the person's website, their professional and personal social media pages, online reviews, basically anything that's going to give you a glimpse of who you're entrusting your body to. So why did this happen so frequently at this particular massage chain? Well, let me first clarify that it's not just Massage Envy. Massage Heights and Hand & Stone, other lesser known but still popular massage chains, are facing their own heap of allegations. While this franchise sort of business model may be fitting for a lot of things, I personally don't think massage is one of them, for this very reason. Now, I'm sure there's some exceptions when things can still remain very small, but I think once you grow to a certain size and you have so many different people involved and so many different moving parts to a business, the bad ones are going to become more and more prominent, and it is much easier for them to slip through the cracks and take advantage of the cloak of a corporation. Things are too standardized in a franchise mass massage sort of setting like this. All it takes is one slightly unethical person put into a position of power like a manager or a franchise owner who then lets other unethical people get and keep their job. This is partly a leadership issue. Bad people were put into a leadership role and set the pretty much non-existent bar of acceptable behavior. This allowed predators to more easily gain access to victims with little to no consequences. This is what happens when greed and immorality take over a business, period. Now, to you therapists who are worried about how this affects the profession and your individual businesses, especially you guys out there, let me first say that that is only a small concern in the grand scheme of things, first of all. But if you want to write a blog post or do a video or something assuring the public that you are a professional and you offer a safe environment for clients, great. Feel free to educate the public. But honestly, it's not going to be much different from what you've done in the past to educate the public. Your current clients aren't going to suddenly think you're a predator. When it comes to marketing to new clients, continue being professional. Other than addressing the elephant in the room, either preemptively, like on your website or your Facebook page or whatever, or when you're asked about it, there's not much you can do. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on the whole matter. Thank you so much for watching today. Be sure to check us out at mymassageworld.com, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay tuned for more videos.